Hello everyone, today we are going to continue the lesson um, the Never Never Next reading A of Unit 2 of class 10th English reader. Okay, in our last video we have learned when Jack and Jill show their luxurious things to their house to Aunt Jenny. Then Aunt Jenny said about the loan, uh, want to know about the loans and how they borrow all these things through the Provident Trust Corporation. Then Aunt Jenny said, how do you propose to pay that back? And then Jack said, it's so easy, we pay it back in installment. On then Aunt Jenny, she claps her hand to her forehead and sinks back weakly into the chair, and then realizes she is sitting on Mr. C's piece. And then she lifts to her um, feet and again with a little swing, and they surprised and said installments. Okay, then Jack, Aunt Jenny, is anything matter? Would you like to lie down? Aunt Jenny, lie down? Do you suppose I am going to trust myself in a bed that belong to Mr. Sage or Marks or Spencer or somebody? No, I am going home. When Aunt Jenny shrink in the sitting on the sage piece, then they fit again, lip and fit again. Then Jack said to Aunt Jenny, is anything the matter? Aunt, would you like to lie down? Then Aunt Jenny said, I'm going to trust myself in bed that Mr. Sage's marks are Spencer, anybody? No, I'm going to home. On that time, Jill said, oh, must you really go? Then Aunt Jenny said, I think I'll did better, Jack. I'll drive you to the station. Then Aunt Jenny said, want what travel in the car that has only one tire and two thing is no thanks, you all, I'll take the bus. Then Jack said, I want to drive you to the station, Aunt Jenny. Then Aunt Jenny said, no, it's not possible because I travel in a car that has only one tire, and two things are in your car, so I'll take the bus. Okay, then Jack said, well, of course, if you feel like that about it. Then Aunt Jenny, relating a little, and that time she says, now I'm sorry, I am sounded rude, but really I am shocked to find the way you're living. Aunt Jenny very surprised and relating a little bits, and she says, I'm very surprised to find the way of your living. That means she says Jack and Jill living style. Okay, I've never owned a penny in my life, cash down, that and my motto, and I want to do the same. She opens her handbag and suppose, now look here, uh, a little check I was meaning to give you. Anyway, she hands it to Zill, and suppose you take it and pay off just one of your bills so that you can say one thing at least really belongs to you. Aunt Jenny was very surprised when she looks the way of living style of Jack and Jill, and she said, I never own a penny in my life, cash down, and my motto, I want to do same. And she opens her handbags and take out a little check and give the Jill's hand, and say, uh, pay off, you take it and pay off just of your own bill, and say one thing at least that belongs to you. Okay, then Jill awkwardly said, or they make a sound and give thanks to Aunt Jenny. And it's very nice of you, said Jill to the Aunt Jenny. Aunt Jenny again said, patting her arm, and there, now I must be going. Okay, then Jack said, I'll see you to the bus anyway. Jill said, goodbye, Aunt Jenny, and thanks so much for the present. Then Jill give the Aunt Jenny thanks and say it's very nice. And again, Aunt Jenny said there, now I must be going. Then Jack said the Aunt Jenny, I'll see you to the bus. Okay, and then Jill give goodbye to the Aunt Jenny and gives thanks so much for that present. Okay, then again Aunt Jenny kissing her goodbye, my dear. She and Jack go out. Jill looks at the check and exclaims 10 pounds. Then she hurries to the table and addresses envelope and endorses and check and slip in it inside with a bill, which she takes from the bag and seals the envelope. Then she rings the bell. In the moment the nurse comes in with the baby in her arms. Okay, then after giving the goodbye to Aunt Jenny, then Aunt Jenny kissing to the Jill and say goodbye, my dear. And after that, she Aunt Jenny and Jack got from that house, Jill's house, and Jill looks the checks and exclaim the 10 pounds, and she hurries to the table. She went to the table and addressed one envelope and endorsed the check and slip inside the envelope, and then with the bill, and which she takes from and seals the envelope. And after that, she rings the bell, and on that moment nurse comes with the baby in her arms. Okay, then Jill said, oh nurse, I want you to run and post this for me. Then Jill give that envelope to the nurse and said, I want you to run and post this for me, and I'll look after baby while you gone. Okay, you're gone. Then nurse said, certainly ma'am. She hands the baby to Jill. She gives the baby to Jill and takes the letter and goes. Then after nurse take the envelope letters and give the baby to the Jill and goes from there. Okay, and a second letter Jack comes in again, and after that, after some time Jack comes in again. Then Jack said, well, she's gone. What a tartar. Still she did leave us a bit on account. How much was it? When nurse gone, then certainly on that time letter, in a few seconds later, Jack comes in again, and Jack said to the Jill, and well, she gone. What tartar here? Tartar means an irritable person. Okay, and still she did leave us a bit on account. How much was it? Then Jack want to how much rupee Aunt Jenny gave him. Okay, and then Jill sat 10 pounds jog. Jack with a whistle, few he makes a sound, few expressing shock or relief, and that's great. He was saying that's great. We can pay off the next 2 months on the car with that. Okay, and then after Jack said, "I'm afraid we can't." Jill said, "I am afraid we can't." Then Jack said, why were not?" Jill said, "You see, I have already sent it off for something else. Nurse has just gone to post it." Okay. Then Jill said, when Jill said 10 pound, then Jack was very happy, and with a whistle, he makes a sound, her mouth full. That means expressing sobs of relief, and they said, he said, "We can pay off next 2 months on car with that." After that, Jill just afraid, and but he said, "But we can't do that." After that, Jack said, "Why ever not?" Then Jill give the reason, "Because I have already sent it off for the something else, and nurse had just gone to the post it." Okay, so in we see in next part, and Jack, "Well, that's all right. Who have you sent it to?" Then Jill said, "Dr. Martin." Jack said, "Dr. Martin, what on earth possessed you do that?" Jill, nearly in a tears there now. You are going too angry with me." Jack, "I am not angry, but why waste good money on the doctor? Doctors don't expect to get paid anyway." Jill said, sobbing a little, and then said, "Jill, but you don't understand." Jack, "Understand what?" Said, "Understand what?" Then Jill said, "Why just one more installment for baby really ours?" So she is holding out the infant a little pathetically as we block out. So here, Aunt Jenny wants. Aunt Jenny give the 10 pounds check to the Jill, and when she asking to the told to the Jack, "This is the 10 pounds check." Then and I had given to the nurse to pay the doctor's bill. Okay, then Jill also said, already I have given to the nurse. Okay, and she has just gone from take that Jill said, "I have given to the Martin." When asking to the Jack, "Who have you sent to the Jack?" Then Jack, "Dr. Martin." "What on earth possessed you to do that?" On Jill, that near tears are comes in her eyes, and there, "Now you are going too angry with me," she said to the Jack. And then Jack said, "I'm not angry, but why waste you good money on the doctor? Because doctor doesn't don't expect to get paid anyway." Then shoving a little Jill, and she um, just shoving words in her mouth comes out, "But don't understand." Then Jack said, "Understand what?" Then Jill said, "If we pay, if we just pay the one is more installment, then baby is really ours." That means she they also the baby is not really theirs, because they adopt the babies in the installment to the doctor. So these are the very humors on this play. Okay, so here we, so in this play has very humorous, and Jack and Jill, they borrow all their belongings of their house, luxurious house, or through the installment. So this is the lifestyle. These are the that are the lifestyle of the Jack and Jill. Okay, so this lesson is over. Okay, thank you.